Hello everybody, this is Jay with jrwelding.net. It is Monday, August 29th, 7:58 a.m. and in the past I've done a couple videos when I was in the tech field about Guacamole HTML5, and it comes up actually quite often about whether or not it's a viable solution to do remote desktop to a rendering server or a CAD workstation, something like that. And as luck would have it, I picked out a HP Z800 from eBay, and it has dual core CPUs, Xeon CPUs, and 14 gig of RAM memory, I believe, and a bunch of hard drives in it. And I also have a server that's running Guacamole HTML5 in a Linux container. And let's see what else. That's on a Dell T300. So let's go ahead and log in and we'll see. Notice that we are going outside the building to the internet and then back in instead of just hitting a local IP address. Performance would be certainly better on a local instead of wide area network. So this box has Windows 10 Professional on it, and we're going to go ahead and log in, and we'll look at, let's see, what are we going to look at? Look at the specs here so that I have them right for you. Alright, I have an AMD Radeon HP 700 series graphics card. It does not have CUDA, and it does not have PhysX in it. It is a 2 gigabyte card, and bus width is 256 bit. And we'll open up Blender. And if you're not familiar with Guacamole HTML5, what it is a HTML5 in the web browser remote desktop. It's pretty robust in general. And we're set up now with, we'll do a new. Alright, so let me get, instead of my Apple mouse, Magic Mouse, we'll get a regular Microsoft mouse. And here's the stage, and we'll go ahead and start putting stuff in. Scale that up. And we'll put a cube on there, nothing fancy. Alright, so let's go ahead and give a texture to that cube. And we'll render that scene out. There we go. And hide our tool shelf there. Alright, so we are working in Blender on a rendering workstation. Not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, and we'll go into material mode, and let's create a figure here I'll initiate a motion capture rig. There we go. Alright, let's bring this plane down. We'll zoom in a bit. And we'll render that. So I think if I had more RAM memory in this system, probably be a little bit snappier, but it's definitely good for setting up a render and starting it. So there we go, and we'll go ahead and render this, render presets, and we'll drop down here. Bring up our tool shelf again, and whoops. Get the focus off that booty. There we go, and let's go ahead and render. So, I'm working on a Mac, and I've got the Mac wireless keyboard and wireless mouse, but when I do this, I usually switch over to a regular wired keyboard. The F keys, all the shortcut keys for Blender worked fine. Number pads work fine, and I'll be honest with you, normally what I do is I set up my scenes and do my design work on the Mac, and I have network address storage unit here that I just move the blend files over, drop them into a folder named for the project, move them over to the NAS, and then go into Guacamole and render it out in Guac in GPU on the HP Z800. Now, a couple things that I'm going to do with that Z800. And by the way, if you're looking for something either for gaming or for to get into graphic design and 3D design work, the HP Z800 and 820s are a real value right now. They're going on eBay for roughly between $400 and $600. I had this 7850 AMD card that was given to me by a friend, and I was lucky enough to stumble across a YouTube channel from Not So Samurai. So look that up if you do a lot of YouTubing, and he's got some videos on the Z800. The 820s probably would have been a better buy for me, since I am doing this potentially for a living, but money's tight, so I went with the 800, and of course the AMD card was free of charge to me, and I had a whole bunch of the RAM memory floating around that brought me up to 14 gig of RAM memory on the unit. And I believe we look at system specs here, we're the processors are 2.13 gigahertz dual Xeons and 14 gig of RAM memory. So they're a good value. And I'm planning on switching out, or at least installing a Quadro, an NVIDIA Quadro 2 to 4 gig video card in here to take the place of a very underpowered Quadro card that I have in there. So I'm rendering with an AMD, and I'm not getting the CUDA cores to do that. But just wanted to show that, you know, it is definitely possible to use guacamole for remoting a CAD workstation. So we'll throw that on the desktop. And we'll close that out. Okay, so there's a kind of a performance-ish, benchmark-ish type of thing for Blender. Let's go ahead and hop into Make Human. And I also have another video up about guacamole where I'm remote desktop to my T300 Dell server. But in the meantime, I had gotten this Z800, so I went ahead and did that. Do a mail. Throw some shoes on this guy. Okay, so there's performance on a Make Human. All right within the web browser, which is great. Let's see. I don't have a Connect sensor, so we'll go to HitFilm 4 Lite version. Definitely want to get more memory. There we go. I guess I didn't hit that. Oh, already running. Yep, I know, it's already running. Alright, so HitFilm 4. Let's go ahead and start a new project. And honestly, never used HitFilm. So we're going to start compositing. Let's see, we'll just leave all that alone. Planning on using it. Like to learn how to do this. Looks pretty cool from the videos that I've watched. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to bumble around in here and show my ineptness in a program I've never used. But there you go. That's Guacamole HTML5, and I bet it would be a lot faster on the local area network. So I'll do a video on that too. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Jay with jrweldy.net. Please hit that thumbs up if you like my videos.